Before we get started playing Minecraft on MumCraft Matters, let's just ask the question, what actually is Minecraft? So, is it an objective? Well, kind of. A little bit, sort of. Welcome to MumCraft Matters, the show for parents and noobs where a mum, me, looks into Minecraft and what matters. Like today's question, what is the actual point of Minecraft? Okay, when I was growing up, games had goals. You rescue the princess, you get all the rings, or you win the race. In Minecraft, you punch a tree and suddenly you're a lumberjack. Look at this. No tutorial, no objective, just a fist and a tree, and a vague sense of confusion. So Minecraft is what they call a sandbox game. So what's a sandbox game? Well, it's a type of video game that gives players a lot of freedom to explore, create, and interact however they like. Kind of like giving them a toy box full of blocks and saying, go wild! Except it's on a screen and you run the risk of having all your beautifully placed blocks blown up by a creeper. So is there an objective? Well, kind of. A little bit, sort of. So here's what most players do in survival mode. The closest thing Minecraft has to a main story. They punch trees. They make tools, build a house, get blown up by a creeper, mine for diamonds, accidentally hit a pig, get chased by lava and cry, and eventually fight the Ender Dragon, which is Minecraft's final boss and your child's greatest achievement. But then it gets weird. You'd think after slaying a giant flying death lizard in another dimension called the End, you'd be done. But no, players keep playing. Like forever. And ever. And ever. But, even in creative mode, some people can build empires, others make 10-mile-long roller coasters. One guy even created the entire country of Denmark. I can't even recreate my kitchen in IKEA, let alone block by block in a game. So what's the real point? There is no point. And that's the point. Minecraft is about creativity, exploration, survival, and desperately trying to remember where your house is after wandering off to just get some sand. Now, you might also be wondering, is Minecraft violent? That is a great question, especially for parents wondering what their kids are getting into. So the short answer is not really. Well, at least not in the way some of the other video games are. And the long answer is that it does have some combat, like fighting off zombies, skeletons and creepers, those little exploding green guys, hitting mobs like cows or spiders to get food or materials, and if you're doing a player versus player battle, if you enable it. But that's all. Like, it's very cartoony, blood-free. For example, when you punch a sheep a few times, it'll just flash red and poof, out of existence, leaving you some wool and a piece of meat. So it's probably not good if you're a vegetarian. But there is an option to play in peaceful mode where you had no enemies, and the creative mode, which has zero violence. It's just building, flying, and, well, being creative. So what's good to know? There's no gore, realistic weapons, or swearing. Unless your house that you just spent the last 4 hours building gets blown up by a creeper. It has an ESRB rating of E10+, which means everyone 10 and up, and a PGEI rating of 7+. But look, it's really up to you when you want your kids to enjoy the game. If you stick to creative mode, there's zero violence, and there are extra parental controls available when setting up your child's account. You can fully disable combat mode with peaceful mode, or by using creative mode. And if you have any reports or concerns, you can always contact the people at Minecraft to let them know of any incidences. And I'll be explaining different modes in upcoming episodes, so stay tuned for them. So Minecraft is more about creativity than combat. It's only violent in the same way pillow fights are. They're silly, optional, and usually ends in laughter, or in this case, lava. Now, you might be wondering, can parents get into this? Absolutely! If you've ever organised a pantry, built a garden bed, or survived a PTA meeting, congratulations, you're overqualified for Minecraft. But a quick warning, it can be addictive. But not in the same way sugary snacks or scrolling on social media can be. But it's so fun and open-ended that it's easy to lose track of time. Like when you sit down to fold laundry and suddenly 3 hours later you're deep into reorganising your spice rack, but with blocks. So check out my short video, Help, My Kid's Addicted to Minecraft, and now I am too, with some helpful Minecraft habits. So to sum it up, Minecraft doesn't really have any fixed goal. It's all about being creative and having a bit of fun. So it does have dragons, lava and cows and sheep and spiders and lots of other little mobs that we'll talk about later. And yes, you can play it with your kids. You just don't ask them where your house is because they probably blew it up with TNT. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more MumCraft Matters. Check out my other videos where I change my skin to look like Jason Momoa. Until next time, my little blocky heads.